It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From TD Garden in Boston, tonight, the Boston Celtics taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. The Celtics control the opening tip, and we're underway in downtown Boston. Jay, for one, Schrader Danny was Danny Ainge. Celtics didn't do that much, but Eastern Conference didn't see much change either.
Yeah, they didn't need to do anything if you're the Boston Celtics. You already have all the pieces to the puzzle. There's no doubt about it. The Celtics are now in the driver's seat.
The screen sets him up for two. Simply put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion, and it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think they have a chance, and in their mind they do, but in Kyrie's mind, the game is over.
How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
Hey, look, pretty dudes can mix it up once in a while too, I guess.
Kyrie with the rock. Antetokounmpo to Russell. Beyond the arc for three. D'Angelo Russell, hand in his face. No issues there.
Every hero needs a good sidekick. Nice find to set up the three.
Rozier with it. They're down three. To Horford. Irving. Oh, bad pass, and the Bucks have it.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know just like I know you're not getting back on D.
Too good to leave that wide open. D'Angelo Russell hits.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Working hard on the glass. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
And count the basket inside.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Rozier into the front court. 10-4 is the score. Hayward to Irving. Here comes the screen. To Hayward. D'Angelo Russell with a piece. 24-second violation. Wade gets it in the left corner. D'Angelo Russell had made his first couple, but he misses there. To Hayward. Rozier. His first effort off the mark. Giannis in control of the basketball. Up by 6. To Gasol. Russell. Oh, he had him there for a second. Al Horford. Huge block.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Russell. To Antetokounmpo. Barnes. Harrison Barnes is going to get a chance at three here. For his career, 78% at the line. Knocks down the first. Hits the second. One more coming. Three for three. Nice. Across the timeline, it's Rozier. His team down 9. Screen coming. Hayward to Rozier. Knocks it down from mid-range.
From somebody who loved to score a lot himself, Defensively, if you are guarding me in a parallel position, I can have whatever I want when I want. You have to force this guy to go one direction, make him go towards his weak hand, and then contest that shot.
Dwayne Wade, 2 for 3 now here in the first.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
To Hayward. Goes reverse to lay it in. Jay, 44 wins for the Bucks a year ago. 7th best record in the East. In your mind, foundation, is it in place in Milwaukee?
The foundation is on its way, but it always seems like it comes down to injuries and lack of chemistry for the Bucks.
Tatum. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
To Adetokunbo. Oh, had him going there for a second. Adetokunbo. Nothing going here on that drive. To Wade. Russell goes to the right side. Russell. Well defended. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Russell with it up top. Up 6. The pass taken away to Barnes. Harrison Barnes powers it through. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
To Horford. Keep on trying. Shot's no good there.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Rozier with it. Trailing by 10. Horford. To Rozier. Hayward. To Rozier. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Jay, they've been waiting for that to go down, but here they are trying to chip away and cut into this margin.
And there's nothing more frustrating as a shooter to get open looks and not see the ball go in. But if they do, that could be the start of a problem.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Russell. Celtics have it. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
The okie doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
Russell into the front court. Leads 5. To Anthony. Finishing inside the paint on that one. Jay, mixed opinions with Carmelo Anthony. How will you remember his career?
Well, as of right now, he's a catch-and-shoot type player. But for me personally, Carmelo Anthony will go down as one of the greatest isolation players of all time. Back in his Denver days, his earlier New York Knicks days, there was nobody better in an isolated set than CA.
That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
You can finally see this team starting to get their rhythm and their groove offensively. This is a good run to get them back in the ballgame.
Barnes driving, but his shot won't fall. To Marcus Morris. Trying to cash in. Wide open look, won't go.
That's called a heat check right there. Surprised he missed that one. That was an open look.
Shot from the lane won't go.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
On the follow. Way to stay with it. Deep three at the buzzer. That'll do it for the first quarter. The Bucks in front. First quarter complete, on to the second period. A little bit of a feeling out process so far.
I really like what I'm seeing. Both teams look engaged. There's some trash talking going on the court. I think this has a making to be a big-time game.
Buries it on the catch and shoot.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
Screen coming. Irving to Marcus Morris. Doesn't have the touch. No good. To Gortat. Adetokunbo. That's off the side of the rim. Short. To George Hill. And he's going to the free throw line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big-time play.
Giannis Adetokunbo. He's got 2 shots coming. A career 74% free throw shooter. First one goes down. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Kyrie across the timeline. We're a minute into the second quarter. Kyrie Irving, 2 of 4 now. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, Ed, he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college, but the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
Adetokunbo to Wade. Second effort and a put-back slam.
If you know anything, it comes down to who wants it more. And right now, the offense is just hungrier.
Here's Irving into the front court, trailing by 4. Big finish at the rim.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
To Wade. From the painted area, won't go down. Bucks have it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Celtics have it. To Irving. Probing the defense. Boston with 4 to shoot. Kyrie Irving for 2. Gets a look. Can't hit. Hill across the timeline. Lead is 2. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2. Jay, it's Celtics last year, no Gordon Hayward, no Kyrie Irving. Now they have a load of expectations entering this year.
Now you think about when you have Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, who really came into his own in the playoffs, Terry Rozier, who became Scary Terry, probably a guy that can start in the league but now has to play a backup role behind Kyrie. This team is locked and loaded, and they're the favorite to win the East.
Gordon Hayward, that's how it's done. 3 for 3 in this first half.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Can't connect from in close.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Ball's loose. Look at him on the deck. And that one out of bounds off a buck. It'll stay Celtic basketball. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Hayward. To Rozier. No good. Deep right corner. Hill to Adetokunbo. A bad pass, and the Celtics have it. To Rozier. Oh, nice find for the basket.
When Kyrie Irving went out, we saw Terry Rozier become that guy for the Celtics, hence even getting the name Scary Terry. No doubt about it, he may be a starter eventually, and that may be a conundrum for the Celtics.
To Russell. And draws the foul.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Giannis Adetokunbo at the line for 2 shots. Hasn't missed yet. First one, counted. Able to convert on both free throws. The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving to Hayward. Has a chance. Shot by Hayward, no good. Nothing going here on that drive. George Hill to Russell. Fires the 3. Not that time. Goes to the left side. Hayward. Gordon Hayward, that's how it's done. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
The follow won't go either. To Rozier. Rozier rocking the rim.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Russell to Anthony. To Russell. Hill. Al Horford sends it away.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Kyrie Irving, 3 for 6 now.
So good to see one of Jersey's finest, Kyrie Irving, back on the court and driving with no issues on that knee. He only played 60 games last year, and he missed the entire Celtics postseason run. You can only imagine what this team would have done if he were healthy and they had Gordon Hayward.
Got it.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Kyrie Irving, couple of free throws on the way. A career 87% from the line. And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Russell. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by D'Angelo Russell. Irving. Tatum. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Russell to Adetokunbo. Al Horford pins it. That's his 3rd block this evening.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
To Horford. There it is, Al Horford. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
Here's a tip for your defense. You can't give him that much space. You have to push up into his personal space and make him play the majority of the possessions with his back to the basket. Because if you allow him to open up, there's no stopping him.
And a chance coming up at the line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Giannis Adetokunbo. He's got 2 shots coming. He's perfect from the line so far. And hits the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. Rozier into the front court. Lead stands at 10. Giannis Adetokunbo swats it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Out of bounds the call. Last touch by D'Angelo Russell. Second effort. Rozier. That misses with 3 seconds left. Long key from 3/4 court. First half comes to an end. The Celtics way out in front.
The Celtics have the advantage on the scoreboard at halftime. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. These are the guys getting buckets for the Boston Celtics. The Bucks were in need of a bit more scoring if they wanted the halftime lead. They've been scrappy, doing their best to be competitive. We'll see if their efforts are more rewarded in the second half. These are the guys getting buckets for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Game track. Field goals.
The Boston Celtics are keeping things simple, just making their shots. Easier said than done, of course, but it doesn't take an expert to know shooting more successfully than your opponents translates into wins.
Player of the half.
Kyrie Irving has the defense figured out. and his shots are falling for him. That's a lethal combination that will be hard to overcome.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
The Celtics entered the locker room with a comfortable lead. And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
It's Wade. Nothing going here on that drive. To Adetokunbo. And a pass stolen by Boston.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Across the timeline, it's Rozier. His guys lead here, early stages, third quarter. To Irving. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Kyrie Irving trying to cash in on the three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Free throw's good for Irving as he finishes off the three-point play, adding to the Celtics lead.
Hey, lock up.
Adetokunbo to Harrison Barnes. From long range, rebound to Rozier. Hayward to Irving. Here comes the screen. Kyrie lets it go. Can't connect. The follow won't go either. Gasol. Rozier with it. It's an 11-point game. Tatum buries it on the catch and shoot.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense, you can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Russell. A drive to the basket, but the shot rattles around and out.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
To Irving. Dwayne Wade to Adetokunbo. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Dwayne Wade at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 76% from the line. Ball's controlled by Boston. Irving to Rozier. Won't go. To Russell. finish that. Gasol to Barnes. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The result, he's going to the line.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
And he makes them both. Rozier into the front court. The lead stands at 9. Short jumper won't go down. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
To Gasol. Russell. To Harrison Barnes. Adetokunbo to Barnes. Wade. Dwayne Wade blanketed, shoots and hits.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Irving to Rozier. Pau Gasol snatching it out of the air.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Giannis with it up top. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. Kyrie Irving controlling the offense to Horford. Oh, emphatic slam.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
Al Horford able to recover with the block. Fourth this contest.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. He struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5. Into the front court, it's Irving. His team on top by 8. Dwayne Wade tips it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Giannis in control of the basketball. He'll run the offense. Russell to Harrison Barnes. A pass taken away by the Celtics. Irving to Horford. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Now preparing to shoot at the line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
First try at the line, no good. Second one's good. Splits the pair. Across the timeline, it's Rozier. It's a 9-point lead. Irving. And count the basket.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
George Hill over to the right side. To Gasol. Adetokunbo to Hill. Drive on the baseline, but his shot stays out.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Hill into the front court. His guy's down 11. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Irving to Rozier. Nothing going here on that drive. Rozier. And the rebound called in by Barnes. Hill across the timeline. His guy's down by 9. George Hill. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
One could make the case he might be glad he didn't get the and one.
Rozier with it. Looking to make something happen. Pau Gasol sends it away.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Nothing going here on that drive. Hill. A bad pass, and the Celtics have it. So important to take care of the basketball. Easy two on the other end after the turnover.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Wade to Adetokunbo. A lot of contact, no whistle. Irving brings the ball up court.
1 minute remaining in the third.
To Marcus Morris. Pau Gasol rejects it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Wide open look won't go. Dwayne Wade and a pass stolen by Boston. To Irving. Knocks it down from mid-range.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
It was right there. Desperation shot here from half court. Return label included.
The offense might want to adjust here. That's his 4th block of the evening.
It's the Celtics with the ball as we start this 4th quarter. They have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the 4th quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. And if you can win that game by double digits, then you've done your job in the 4th.
To Marcus Morris. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Dwayne Wade with the block. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Dwayne Wade. George Hill with a piece.
Boston.
To Anthony. Baseline drive, but he can't finish.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy chipping.
And he finishes at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Boston with the basketball. To Marcus Morris. Irving. Now a steal by Milwaukee.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Ersan Ilyasova trying to cash in on a 3-point play. For his career, 77% at the line. Irving into the front court. Up 6. To Hayward. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Russell. A pass taken away by the Celtics.
Don't rush this now. The game's been tight so far.
To Irving. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Marcin Gortat, huge block. Marcus Morris lays it in.
Well, you know what the old saying is, when you assume you make a... You know what I'm talking about. You can't fault the D too much there. I was expecting to kick out 3.
Marcus Morris, strong finish.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs to guard on the next play down the court.
Russell to George Hill. It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
George Hill at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. To Horford. Gortat rocking the rim.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
And he throws it down. Al Horford showing off all the moves.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Nothing going here on that drive. Russell to Anthony. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Carmelo Anthony at the line for 2 shots. A career 81% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first. 2 for 2 on that trip. Irving with the basketball. Lead stands at 7. Here comes the screen. Kyrie Irving lines it up for 2. Missed it. He always has the green light, but the defense was ready. Bucks basketball. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
And Melo will be the first one to tell you this. He's not ready to be a role player just yet. He can still put up points in bunches. Didn't shoot the ball that well last year. Averaged around 16 a game. The lowest total of his 15-year career. Wow.
D'Angelo Russell. Smothering D.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Now ready to shoot at the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Team foul number 1. For the Celtics.
Kyrie Irving, couple of free throws on the way. He's perfect from the line so far. First one goes down. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair.
Number 17, Al Gasol.
Russell. Celtics have it. And stuffs it home.
And easy, too. Get back on defense.
To Gasol. Wade. Russell. Can't fall the defense. D'Angelo Russell hits.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Good look that time, but off the mark. To Horford. Short and a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Russell to Anthony. To Wade. Russell. spinning shot won't fall. Deep left corner, D'Angelo Russell. Jumper's good.
D'Lo reminds me so much of Sam Cassell. He's not the fastest guy, but he gets where he wants to go anytime. The word that is key for him, potential, potential, potential. Will he be able to accomplish his potential?
Horford. To Irving. Pau Gasol sends it away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Russell. Textbook defense.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end that makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Russell with it up top. His guys trail by 10. For three, not getting the bounce. Deep right corner. Curling inside. Carmelo driving, but his shot won't fall. To Wade. Going to launch beyond the arc. He'll still beat you. Dwayne Wade, nobody even close. Buries it.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
Hayward buries it. It's a 3.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Now a whistle. And we'll get a timeout called by Milwaukee. That's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with 1 remaining. Time to shuffle things up. D'Angelo Russell buries it on the catch and shoot.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
To Irving. To Hayward. No good. No daylight. Great defense.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Wade. Oh, could have sealed it, but it's no good. Russell. Oh, could have sealed it, but it's no good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
It's good. Defense has to pick things up.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Fires the 3. Like the confidence, but a tough shot for Dwayne Wade. Rozier into the front court. Lead stands at 10. To Irving. Off the mark. He's made those before, but that was well defended.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
It's a victory here for the Celtics as they win this one handily. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up.